Hello people, what's up? My name is Rafael. I'd like to make a video to talk a little bit about CERN, the LHC, the Higgs boson, and extra dimensions. They spend a colossal amount of money to build the LHC at CERN in Switzerland, at, at the border of Switzerland with France. The LHC, which is the Large Hadron Collider, has added proving that the Higgs boson exists as theory predicts. Um, but what does that mean? What is the Higgs boson? The Higgs boson is a particle that's believed to bestow mass to energy. But as they have already proved that the Higgs boson exists, what's left to experiment? What is the next purpose of the LHC? To understand what they're going to do right now, we have to understand quantum mechanics and general relativity. Quantum mechanics is a very successful theory to explain the microscopic world, and general relativity is a very successful theory to explain the macroscopic world, the larger world, the big picture. Anyway, but they are not together right. Something happens that does not allow both to be right at the same time. In accordance with this discrepancy, they've built another theory which is called string theory to try to fix and adjust one theory into the other. So string theory is being a very successful theory in the lead of being a theory of everything, a theory that claims to understand and explain everything in the universe. But there is something uh, different about string theory that we don't experience in our daily lives. String theories predicts 10 or 11 dimensions, 10 or 11 dimensions. And in our daily lives, we don't experience 10 dimensions, 11 dimensions. We experience one dimension of time and three dimensions of space. So, how do we understand these extra dimensions that string theory predicts? Have you used Google Earth already? If you have, you may understand what I'm about to say. Earlier, in the earlier versions of Google Earth, um, in the Google Earth program, when you zoomed in to a specific location, you got to see some spheres, and you or bubbles, if you like, and you could enter in these spheres, and then it opened you to the reality of the ground. Do you understand what I say? For me, these extra dimensions, they are like that. You see reality from a very large perspective, but when you dive deep into the microscopic scale, nanoscale, um, you see other realities. You see a world in a different manner. It's like zooming in Google Earth. And when you see that bubble, you enter that bubble, you see another reality. But it's not so simple because not every of these dimensions, not every one of these realities are spheres. They can be balloons that have um, that are more ellipsoid, and they can curve in on themselves. It's like you're entering in a hurricane maybe, and when you zoom in Google Earth, for example, and you enter that reality, it will be like your particles being torn apart, or you seeing yourself through a mirror, or a set of mirrors like in a circus, because the space and time are twisted and curved in on themselves. This is how I understand these extra dimensions, and I think that the LHC is gonna help understand these other dimensions of space and time. The earlier versions of quantum theory and string theory predicted that these extra dimensions were so tiny, so small, that we wouldn't be able to see them with the LHC. However, some new string theorists are proving that they are much bigger than we thought before. And if they are right, the LHC is capable of proving their existence. So, this is what I wanted to say. Thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.